Starbucks has taken over the imagination of the developed world so much that it has become synonymous with coffee. On the face of it, idea of multi-billion-dollar business based on retailing coffee seems so counterintuitive that you are almost tempted to ask, where is the competitive advantage coming from? Are not the entry barriers ridiculously low in a business as simple as this? How did Starbucks do it? Competitive advantage is a function of the resources a firm has at its disposal. Might be anything: labor, capital, technology, etc. Thus, all firms have core competency emanating from the resources. Having core competencies in itself doesn't ensure success. Core competencies have to be identified and then exploited well to achieve sustainable competitive advantage. This is also important because competitive advantage can't emanate from just one resource, however extraordinary or crucial it might be, but from integration of various factors. Care is also taken to study intangible resources in addition to tangible ones when the core competencies of the firm are being identified. The process can be represented as follows. It is very critical that while appreciating core competencies, one should not give undue importance to them. Remember, external environment and the industrial landscape is changing. Constant change is the only certainty. Competitive advantage is used by the management to create value for the shareholders. This competitive advantage can be very crudely defined as the difference between what consumer is willing to pay for the products and its cost of the production. Bigger difference means bigger profits. As any industry typically has many players, a firm has to do better than its competitors. As we discussed earlier, competitive advantage comes not from one resource, but from an alignment of the chain of activities. This chain is known as value chain, and analyzing it gives an insight into the competitive advantage of the firm. First, a firm lists all its activities from production to selling. The second step is to assign costs to each node. Then, we look at the total profit generated and the contribution of every node towards it. This exercise gives us a good understanding whether a node is efficient or inefficient. In a positive value chain, all nodes work towards optimizing the return. So, how did Starbucks become such a roaring success? By ensuring that customers pay more for its products. It was achieved by positioning itself as a premium product. Starbucks ensured that whole chain of activities, right from procuring coffee to the site selection of its retail outlets, were working towards maintaining that positioning, from which Starbucks derives its competitive advantage.